Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. inicia. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Everyone sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Everyone sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ramo Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. नवद्वीप प्रभु कोई भी नहीं आया, नवद्वीप प्रभु उसका कोई असिस्टेंट कोई भी नहीं आया. देखो आप इच्छा है आपका प्रभु.
जय राधा माधव. Who's going to do the class? You'll do. Okay.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन, यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन, यमुनातीर वनचर ओके
सब अभी चले कीर्तन खत्म हो गया चले गए
हाँ सब बहुत आनंद कर रहे थे
हाँ वो नाच जो नाच
आज आपका खुल गया ऐसे बजाना है पहले ऐसा थोड़ा थोड़ा गलती होगा लेकिन बजाते हुए तो ये हो जाए खुल कर बजाना है अंदर कोई भय नहीं रहना है कि ऐसा बजाएंगे क्या बोलेंगे ऐसे नहीं आप बजाओ आपके मन से हृदय से बजाओ तो फिर अपना अपनी वो ठीक हो जाएगा ऐसे जितने बड़े बड़े मृदंग प्लेयर हुआ है वो तो ऐसे एक दिन में नहीं हुआ ना वो ऐसे ही बजाते बजाते वो ऐसा हुआ
Yeah, he's bringing, Mohan is bringing, in a minute. He's bringing Bhagavad Gita here. Hello, Haribol, no. No. You can't have your back against Krishna. You can take on the side. You can stand on the side.
Thank you.
Na, kari naku bari.
No, not paid off.
Pap lage.
Nothing paid away.
Okay. Nothing.
Stand there. All right, okay. It's fine. No problem.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bada bolo. Yes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are going to read from Bhagavad Gita as it is by Srila Prabhupada. Anybody know what is special this month? Which month are we in as such? Adhik Mas. Prabhu, અહીંયા આવી જાઓ. It will be better. Everyone come closer. There's no harm. Just come close so we can have a nice discussion. Is that okay? Come closer. Except for the ones on the chair. Just come closer this side. So we're going to discuss the seed verses in Bhagavad Gita. There are verses 8, 9, 10, 11. If you want to make a note on your mobile. 8, 9, 10, 11. Chapter 10. They are called the seed verses. And then if we have time, we'll read chapter 12, which is devotional service, Bhakti. You will see all these devotees working, serving Krishna. Devotional service. And then chapter 15, which is Yoga of the Supreme Person. So devotional service you do, but service you do for whom? Krishna. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah? So 15th chapter is Purushottam Yoga. Yoga of the Supreme Person. So that 15th chapter in Bhagavad Gita is to do with this month actually. Purushottam Yoga, Purushottam month, Adhik Mas. So it will take only 5 minutes to read. Just the translation, 5 minutes, 20 verses. So you should do it every day during this special time. Why? Because it is multiplied by 10,000 times. Minimum. So it's like a bargain, isn't it? You just chant once today and you got 10,000 times benefit. So that's a spiritual balance. Yes? So we'll try that and you can repeat after me. The relevant part, I will tell you when to repeat, okay? So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Lativa. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Slowly it will get. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is chapter 10, verse number 8. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha If you have got your mobiles, you can open up chapter 10, verse number 8 of Bhagavad Gita. Yes? And the translation is, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Okay? Number 9. Machchitta matagata prana bodhyanta parasparam katyantascha mam nityam tushyante cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service. And they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Number 10. So this is an easy verse to remember. Chapter 10, verse number 10. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami puri yogam tam yenamam upayantate. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Okay? And number 11, Tesham evanu kampatham aham ajnana jamtamaha nashyami atma bhavasto jnana dipena bhasvata. To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Okay, these are 4 seed verses, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah? We just read that. So, where there is sun, is there darkness? Can somebody answer that question? Where there is sun, is there darkness? No darkness. So, by reading this, this is light, there is no darkness. There is no ignorance. So, this 11th verse, Krishna within your heart, he's in your heart and he destroys with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So who destroys the ignorance? Anybody answer? Krishna, yes. Why? Because he is inside your heart and he will give, he's got the light and he will destroy the darkness. Easy, no? Okay, so this is why intelligent people read Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada says that. So if you want to use your intelligence, you should read Bhagavad Gita. I have been traveling with a lot of Maharajis and senior devotees. They have always got Bhagavad Gita. They are always reading. Every day. So if you read at least one day, these last few days of Purushottam month, it finishes on 17th. So you got about 12 days or something like that, or few days, Read once a day, this chapter 15, 20 verses. It'll take you 5 minutes. I think you can spare that. What do you think? Is it a good idea? Yeah, who is going to try and put it in practice? Yeah, you got Bhagavad Gita, have you? All of them? So you'll try and put it in practice? Hands up. Who will try? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, more than 10. That's good. 11. Wow. This is good. Okay, try. And then if you have time, you can do chapter 12. If you have time, then you do these 4 verses which we just read in 2 minutes. Yes? Okay, so we'll move on to chapter 12, devotional service. Yeah? This is what ISKCON is promoting all the time. We have to do devotional service. Do some service for Krishna. You got anybody got examples? How can we serve Krishna? Radha Gokulananda. Hands up, please. How can we serve Krishna? Give me one way. Good. Okay. So Mataji said bring some fruit. What else? Flowers. Yeah, for Krishna. So that's one way of serving. Any other way of serving? I give you a clue. Tan, man, dhan. Come on. People know that. Hopefully. Bolo. Yes. Physical service. Yeah. You can serve the guests who are coming. Lunchtime, prasadam, breakfast, prasadam. You can come here and serve. So now we have a volunteer office just around the corner. So you can register your name that I want to do some service. You can pick up the vegetables. We go to organic farm. Yeah, so it's service. You have a lot of money or you work. Doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. You work, you get some money. So even if you get 10 pound, some children, they say, okay, I've got 10 pound pocket money. I want to give 1 pound to Krishna. That's wonderful, isn't it? 1 pound to Krishna. That's 10 pound, 10%. It's a lot of money. So you can give by money, you can give by hands, physical hands. I want to serve. Yes? So that's, like Mataji said, bring flowers, etc. And then when you are initiated, you are given some service. So you do that service. Go out and distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. Okay, so let's move on. Chapter 12, devotional service. Yeah, it will say a nice sequence in the middle. I will explain as we go along. Arjuna is asking questions, and Krishna is answering. Krishna is telling Arjuna. Yeah. So here Arjuna is asking. Arjuna vacha evam satata yuktaye bhaktastvam parupashate ye chapi aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect, those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? So in the next one, Sri Bhagavan vacha Maya Vashya Manoye Mam Nitya Yukta Upashate Shraddhaya Parihopetas Teme Yukta Tamamataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect. So there are two things here. What is it? One who worships Krishna. Second one, he has faith. If you don't have faith, then you're not going to serve properly. Mother always serves the baby and child. And child also has total faith in mother and father. Sometimes the child, we are crossing road together, a child and a father. What happens? Can somebody tell me? The father holds the child's hand. He doesn't let the child cross the road on his own, does he? No, because he wants to protect him. He's still young. He doesn't know. Maybe he knows how to cross the road. Maybe he doesn't. But he doesn't take a chance. So he holds a finger. Similarly, Krishna, in the beginning, he will hold our finger until you are stabilized in devotional service. All we have to do is just have faith in Krishna. He is our Supreme Father. He is going to take care of us. Yeah? We have actually left Krishna. That's why we are here in this material world. We want to go back and serve Krishna. He is our Supreme Father. Yeah? We, in Western countries or here now, after 16 or 18, you might have had this experience even, at maybe 14. Children grow up and they say, don't tell me what to do. Yeah? Because I'm grown up now. So you let them go, and then there are two directions they can go. One is their friends who have drugs and, smoking and alcohol and, yes? And the other one is to come to the temple and come to associate with devotees and have prasadam and this and that, So choice is there. The junction is there. But they don't know what to do. But if they've got the right parents and they see the right things happening in their own family, when a mother smokes, Western people, they smoke, and then the child grows up, they think it's normal to smoke. So at the age of 12, they start smoking. Why? Because they see their parents smoking. In Eastern culture, it's not there. So children grow up, they don't know what smoking is. Yeah? But when you have faith in somebody, you just listen to whatever they tell you. So when you listen to Krishna Katha, you're listening to Krishna. And then your faith increases slowly. So this is what he's saying. Supreme Personality. Those who fix their minds on my personal form. Other people, they think Krishna hasn't got a form. They are called impersonalists. They don't know Krishna's got a form. Yes? But we know. We are person. We look. We interact with each other. Yes? So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah? He's smiling actually with us because we are reading Bhagavad Gita. You notice there's a little smile on cheek. Krishna. Yetu aksharam anideshyam avyaktam paripashate sarvatra gamachantam cha kutastam achalam dhruvam saniyam yendriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhuta hriti rataha. Now Krishna is talking about the unmanifested. But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such persons engaged in the welfare of all at last achieve me. So I give the example normally of a lift, and in America or Dubai or even in London, some parts, there are high-rise towers, going up to 32nd floor or whatever. So which is easier for you, to take the lift or to climb the stairs? Who prefers climbing the stairs? Anybody here? No? Unless you want to do your exercise, free exercise going up, yeah? To keep fit. But people normally take the lift. And what Krishna is telling here, if you take the impersonal path, I think that's a Mohabbat. It's a nice story there. Okay, so we come back to Krishna. But Krishna is also strict, like that Amitabh Bachchan is very strict in that field. But Krishna is strict here, but he gives a choice to Arjuna at the end. He says, I've told you everything, do what you want. Yeah? He's not ordering, he's suggesting. These are the two ways, what do you want to do? Yeah? You want to fight or you don't want to fight? So here, where are we? But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of senses, the impersonal conception, by controlling the various senses, they also at last achieve him. So it's the same thing. You go on the 32nd floor, but you are going on steps, one flight of steps, and then another flight. By the time you go to 32nd, you're tired, you're finished. If you want to say hello to your friend, you'll be out of breath. But by taking a lift, you can talk to him nicely. You'll be there in 2 minutes or whatever. So Krishna is saying the impersonal conception is there. He'll at last achieve him, but it'll take a long time. Yeah? Many lifetimes. Okay. So we will move on. Next one, 5. But for those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, again, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. We are all embodied, yeah? The soul is embodied. We have a body. And it's very difficult, to forget the body, because after 3 hours we'll feel hungry. We'll need prasad. Even if you had prasad now, after 3 hours, 4 hours, you'll feel hungry. Body always needs something order. So, what do we do in Krishna consciousness? We have food, but it's transformed into prasadam. How is that done? Anybody explain? That's it. We offer to the Lord with two things. What is it? She said a clue earlier, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. In that verse, there are two qualifications which Krishna accepts. Very good, Mataji. Saying with love and devotion. So what are the two things required? Love and devotion. Okay? So, let's move on. Number 6 and 7. Yetu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha ananyaneva yogena mam dhyayanta upashate tesham aham sumodata mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha mayi aveshyata chetasham. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So this is Krishna speaking, yes? For those who worship me. So what is he trying to tell us? Do something for me. Serve me. Yeah? He will deliver us from ocean of birth and death. There are 4 things in this material world which we all suffer from. Does anybody know? 2 are given here. 2 are given. Yes, Mataji. And death. Birth and death is here. Yeah, 2. Yes? Yes, that's it. Yes. So, birth and death was given here. And then old age and disease. Okay, these are 4 things. Doesn't matter you are young or old, whatever. Sometime you have this, disease. Old age is, for people who are getting older, they feel younger, but unfortunately they are getting older. Yeah, everyone getting older. So birth, death, old age, and disease. 4 things. So what is Krishna saying? I'll relieve you from this cycle of birth, death, if you serve him. Yes? Makes sense, eh? If you serve Krishna, he will take you back home. There is no birth and death in the spiritual world. It's only service. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah? You come to our house or a devotee's house, there's only service to Krishna. It's not my house, it's Krishna's home. We serve Krishna. We buy vegetables, cook, offer prasadam, offer bhoga, and Krishna automatically turns into prasadam. It's magic show. So you can do it in your house. Make sense, everyone? What will you try to do this, at least Purushottam month is 10 days or whatever? Number 1, you're going to read Bhagavad Gita. Number 2, offer. Who is going to try that for next 10, 14 days? You do it every day? Very nice. Others, will you try and do it for this 2 weeks? Whatever you eat, but you can't eat non-veg, you can't eat fish, you can't eat meat. So you eat fruit, vegetables, rice, dal, bhat, chokri, sak, rotli, or whatever. Offer it to Krishna and then eat. Is that okay? Who will try and do it? Put your fingers up or hands up. Who will try? These 2 weeks, try. We have quite a few hands. This is good. If you have, Draupadi. What happened to Draupadi? Anybody know? Yes. Yes. Yeah. All right. Did everyone hear this? No, probably. Draupadi, Krishna did not come to help until and unless she was holding onto one sari, with one hand, and then says, Krishna, help, help, help. But when she let the other sari hand go, and she had 2 hands, and said, please help, then Krishna helps. So that's why in Krishna conscious movement, you see all this? This is Panchatattva. Both hands up. So can you raise your hands? It's good exercise actually. Both hands and say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, it's a wonderful sight actually. Do you know what happened one day? Brahmacharya, Lord Brahma. Anybody know Lord Brahma? Yes? Lord Brahma had 4 heads. 4 heads. Yes? So, he's Lord Brahma of this earth planet. Yes? So one day, Krishna called all the Brahmas, but he didn't know. Krishna called all the Brahmas to the assembly house in Dwarka. It's called Sudama Hall. Yeah, Sudama. So Lord Brahma was very excited that I will, I've got 4 heads. I'm the, genius. Everyone will respect me and welcome me. I'm Lord Brahma. So when he went there, the gatekeeper, he said, "Which Brahma are you?" Hare Krishna, 1 minute. Those people there, please go and take darshan now. The curtain will close. Quick, come. Move up. Hare Krishna. Move up, Prabhu. Move up, your curtain will close. Go quickly. So Krishna is going to get dinner now soon. So the curtain will close and Pujari will do the offering. And then we'll have an arti at 7 o'clock. Okay? So where was I? Yeah. So Lord Brahma comes to this assembly house, and then the gatekeepers, usually people go to these clubs and whatever. So there are 2 black people, with a black suit, and they're strong. They're 6 foot tall and 2 foot wide. They don't allow anybody in. So they were there, security guards, and they were saying, "Yes, hello, welcome." And the Brahma says, I'm Brahma. The door should be open for me. Yes. But which Brahma are you? Oh, I'm from the earth planet. Yes, okay, you're a 4-headed Brahma. Okay, please come. And then when he enters the assembly hall, Krishna is invited, he sees Brahmas with 8 heads, 16 heads, 32 heads, 64, 128. Come on, you are good at multiplication, yes? Come on. So anyway, so there are so many Brahmas. So he then feels very down, He says, I'm the only one with 4 heads, All these are big people. So that was just to show him how small he is. Although he's the biggest here, but compared to others, he's very small. So here we may think we are a big devotee, I do so much service, I give so much money, Lakshmi. Yes, we tend to do that. I'm supporting Krishna. Krishna doesn't want our help. He just wants our love and devotion. Okay? So remember that. So 2 things you are going to do now. One you said you are going to read. 2, you are going to offer your poga. And then magic will happen and you will get prasadam. And somehow or other, prasadam tastes so nicely. Anybody experience that? Anybody experience? When you come to temple, you take prasad, and then you go home, oh, that prasad was so nice. Why? Somebody can answer that question? Yes. It's over to you're a pujari, isn't it? A priest. Must be a priest. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so engage in devotional service and always meditating. We fix their minds upon me. Okay, I am the quick deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Yes? Let's move on. 8, verse 8. Mai eva mana adatva mai buddhim nivashyashi mai eva atha udvam na samsayaha. Just fix your mind upon me. Now remember, the previous verse was full dedication. Yeah? Where were we? Those who worship me, giving up everything, like the devotees here in the temple. They are full-time devotees. Yes? Now the next verse is, okay, you cannot do this. Just fix your mind upon me, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. Right? The next one. My dear Arjun, winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. So, the process is, okay, you can't become a full-time devotee. Try and learn what they are doing. And in here, Manor, Bhaktivedanta Manor, we have many courses. We have a 7-day monk challenge. You want to try this process out, you try it. Also for ladies, I think there is a 1 week, ladies can try also. See what it's all about. Yeah? So you can try this process. But here it says, if you cannot do this, don't worry. My dear Arjun, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. Develop a desire. At least you want to learn why are these devotees doing this or that. You can ask questions. Then what does Krishna says? Abhyasa apya sarmatasi matkarmo paramo bhava madartham api karmani kuruan siddhim avapyasi. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. So you can't do this Bhakti Yoga. You can't chant 16 rounds. You can't do this. You can't do that. Okay, don't worry. Just work for me. So, to work for me. Because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. So slowly when you work, say if you earn 100 pounds, but you give 1 pound or 2 pounds to Krishna, that is good. Because from your hard-earned money, you think that when I come here, I'll put something in the box, or I'll buy some flowers for Krishna, buy some fruit for Krishna. You're spending the money. After that 100 pounds, you're spending money for Krishna. So that's what he's saying. Yeah? By working for him. Then it says, Athaitarapi asaktosi kartum mat yogam ashritaha sarva karma phala tyagam tatha kuru yatatmavan. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. So what does it say there? You are unable to work in this consciousness. I don't want to give any money. This 100 pound is for me, and now the bills have gone up. In fact, I can't pay the mortgage, I can't pay this, I can't pay that. So I can't give any money to Krishna. Okay. First, there's an English saying, I think, charity begins at home. You have to look after yourself first. After that 100 pounds, you come and give 90 pounds or 100 pounds to Krishna. Krishna will look after you. But then, if you are a married man, then the wife will say, where's the money for the shopping? And who is going to pay the bills? You understand? So then you get a telling off from the finance minister. So you have to be careful, If you are a grahastha, that means you have to look after the family. Okay? But balance things out. If you can spare 2 pounds for Krishna, and now I think the flowers I used to buy was 2 pounds. Now it's gone up to 3 pounds after COVID. Everything's just... So we buy 3 pounds flowers for Krishna. But I think Krishna accepts, so it's okay. If, however, you are, try to be self-situated, okay. Next one. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat jnanat jnanam vishishyate jnanat karma phala tyagas tyagak chantir anantaram. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. So read Bhagavad Gita, get some knowledge. Okay. But then it says, better than knowledge, however, is meditation. Just think about Krishna. Meditate. But better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. So this is the point which I just talked about. If you get 100 pounds, but if you give 1 pound or 2 pounds, it's amazing. You get peace of mind. But don't give 1 pound, 2 pound to a person who is begging on the street or near the North Circle Road or somewhere we see some beggars with a little cup. I had about 10 times different beggars, today, this journey. But anyway, the point is, don't give to them. Here the government is there to look after them. Okay? Here, this is a nice government. It's not like India. India is good, but here they give you housing, they give you money for buying food. Somebody told me even I'm going to get pension hopefully later on this year, but I'll get small amount. But if I was from another country and what do they call them? Refugee, asylum seeker. So instead of £200 a week, they're getting about £1,000 a week. And then £200 or 250 is just their food bill. They can buy shopping, for £200 a week. So this government is very nice. They don't need to beg on the streets. They get accommodation free. They get food free. So wonderful. Anyway, the idea here is if you give that 1 or 2 pounds to Krishna, it's amazing how it works. It's like the food, you offer, then it transfers into prasadam. So this 1 or 2 pounds you give to Krishna with love and devotion, you get so much peace. You want all this 100 pounds, but because you've given to the right cause, you feel happy, you feel peaceful. That's what Krishna is saying. Doesn't matter whether you give 1 pound or 2 pounds or 50 pence, but give something. Then you'll see, you'll feel, that you are very peaceful. Okay, 13, 14. Advaita sarvabhutanam maitri karuna evacha nirmamo nirhankara samadukha sukha shami santusta satatam yogi yatatma trira nishchaya maya prita manobuddhir yomat bhakta same priyaha. One who is not envious but is kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Now these are more qualifications of a devotee. Yasman no jvitate loko, lokan no jvitate chahya, harshamasha bayodveger, mukto yasacha me priyaha. He by whom no one is put into difficulty, who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety is very dear to me. Then he says, Anipeksha suchirdaksha udasino gatavyatha sarvaramba parityagi yomat bhakta same priyaha. My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result is very dear to me. Yona rishyate na dvesti na sochati na kankshati subha ashubha parityagi bhakti manmaya same priyaha. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me. Now, generally, when we get, I think nowadays somebody has got a daughter or a son who just qualified, so you went to, their graduation ceremony to pick up a certificate, nice photographs. So you're happy, yes? But at 7 o'clock, we are going to have a prayer meeting here because somebody's son, only 50 years old, just passed away 2-3 days ago. The picture is there next to Prabhupada. So they are coming here for more prayers for his upliftment of, next journey up. So life is full of happiness and distress. But one who is equipoised, which means don't worry too much. People come and people go. Your father was here, or your father is not here, your mother is here, not here. But this is it. You see, when we take birth, we have to die. When we die, we have to take birth again. But once who is Krishna conscious and you want to get out of this cycle of birth and death, like he said in the earlier verses, he is the one who will say, okay, he's my good devotee, he's serving me nicely, I will take him back to my house, Like father, loving father says to the son, okay, you've had enough of these drugs and all these things. Get out, stop, come back to home, we'll give you nice prasadam. Yeah, pizza, whatever you want, homemade pizza. You can't beat homemade pizza. Outside you can see what the offers are or this or that, but it's made by people who haven't got the right consciousness. Yeah. You make yourself at home, it's the best consciousness. My son likes this, my son likes that. Daughter likes this, you make it and eat. But before you eat, what do you do? There was a secret. What would you do? Offer to Krishna first. Okay, he also likes pizza, so don't worry. He likes everything offered with love and devotion. Yeah, vegetarian pizza. Yeah, okay. Right. Samasotra cha mitra cha tatha mana parmana yoho sitoshna sukha dushkeshu samasanga vivajitaha tulyaninda stutir morning santusto yena kenachit anikita hasti ramatir bhakti man me priyo naraha. One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service, such a person is very dear to me. And the last verse. Yetu dharmam amritam idam yatoktam parupashate shratta dhanam matparma bhaktaste atve me priyaha. But those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. So, last verse he says, devotional service is imperishable. So, if you get 1 point today by coming to the temple and listening to Bhagavad Gita, all right? So, on your, in a bank balance, outside you have a bank, and you have a bank balance. So, say you have 10,000 pounds in there as a deposit. Current account you have 1,000 pounds or something. So, that will be there until you die. When you die, the bank will say, this many. What will happen? Then if you got a will or some document or a partner next of kin, they can be entitled to that 10,000 plus 1,000. Okay, but that money doesn't go with the gentleman or the lady who has died. The money doesn't go with him. Okay, so this is the current bank balance, deposit balance. That's material bank balance. But today you've earned 1 point by attending Bhagavad Gita class. Yes? That 1 point, when you die, everyone dies. When you, in the second birth, you start from point 1. You don't start from point 0. This is the point. Any devotional service you do, you start from the second point, where you stopped. Okay? So, if you do more service, like you bring more flowers, more this, more that, whatever, you come in, serve the devotees here, morning breakfast time or lunch time, whatever, go to the farm, pick up some, that you might get 5 points. I don't know how this pointing system works. Okay, marking system works, but there is, I think, is it Chitra Lekha or Chitra? Who is the accountant? Chitra Gupta. Is it? Who is it? Chitra Gupta. Okay. So he's the accountant. So he knows, how many times you come for Mangalati. Does anybody here come for Mangalati? Have you seen what Mangalati is? Apart from this young boy and Mataji. Mataji knows, yeah. So very few, but it is an experience. You should do it during summertime, at least. Winter, maybe, you are sleeping in a nice warm bed, with rajai and, quilts and more blankets, everything, So maybe layers. But I would suggest, you still got 1 month, 2 months. Try one day. Just come, experience what is this like waking up early, having a nice cold shower or hot, okay? but you can have something. And then you come to the temple. We start at 4:30. No, if you come at 3:30, the main gate may be closed. But come at between 4:15 and 4:30 to be safe. Okay, so at least you can come in, but come before 4:30, because then the curtain opens like a film show. It's amazing. Please try one day. Okay, so that's the third thing you can do today. One was, bolo, please. 3 points we learned today. 1, offering food. Okay. 2, read Bhagavad Gita. Yes. 3, try and come for Mangalarti. Only one day. One day. You can come more because you like it, but try one day. Okay. So one day come at 4:15. And put your clocks, alarm clock, 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. Take a bath and then come. Okay? Okay, try that. So that's number 3. We finished chapter 12. Okay? Now we have to read chapter 15, which is Purushottam Yoga. So we've exactly got 3 minutes or 4 minutes. Okay, I'm going to do a marathon, okay? Go very fast. So at least we've read 15, okay? But do this at your home, please. 15th chapter. Yoga of the Supreme Person. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. It's all right. The Supreme Person of Godhead said, it is said that there is imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. Others, sorry, I have a habit. Anyway, the branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the 3 modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society. This tree, by the way, just a little description, brief description. It's a tree. Normally trees have roots down. This tree has roots going up, and the branches are going down. It's opposite. Okay? But it's a huge tree. It's called a banyan tree. All right? And I won't explain today. We'll just carry on. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to that Supreme Personality Godhead, from whom everything began and from whom everything is extended since time immemorial. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who unbewildered know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. That supreme abode of mind is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the 6 senses, which include the mind. The living entity in the material world carries its different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another. The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. The endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly. But those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try to. Please everyone move forward a little bit. This side, come this side, because the curtain will open shortly. So you can all move that side, no problem, and keep listening. Okay, the splendor of the sun, which dissipates the darkness of this whole world, comes from me. And the splendor of the moon and the splendor of fire are also from me. I enter into each planet, and by my energy they stay in orbit. I become the moon and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables. I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the 4 kinds of foodstuff. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. There are 2 classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In material world, every living entity is fallible. In the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. Besides these 2, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the 3 worlds and is maintaining them. Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that Supreme Person. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection. Om Tat Sat. So we finished chapter 15 in less than 5 minutes. So you can imagine, next 12 days or 14 days or whatever, take you 5 minutes to read chapter 15. Okay? Please do that. Now Aarti will start in 2 minutes. Any burning questions before we close? Or, sorry, after 7:30, I can't answer any questions. So now just enjoy the Aarti. Keep your questions with you, and you can see me after sometime. Okay? Hare Krishna. So everyone, now you can more or less stand up and get ready for Aarti. And repeat after me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Thank you. There. Oh, yes. In order to facilitate more guests, please put the mats away. Or, yeah, somebody come and collect it. Please give it to this boy here. Yeah, what's your name? Balaram, okay. Balaram can lift all the cushions, don't worry. That's why his name is Balaram. Okay, so thank you. You can sing. Sing. Somebody will come, I'm sure. Somebody will come. Hare Krishna.
Where does it go?
Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda ki jai. Shri Sitaram. Shri-
सच्चिदानंद भगवान की राधा रानी की श्याम मुरारी की गिरवरधारी की
Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda ki Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha Gaura Chande Jiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha Janavi Tatavani Jagamanalobha Jagamanalobha Dakineni Dai Chan Bame Gajagada Chan Bame Gajagada Dakineni Dai Chan Bame Gajagada Dakineni Dai Chan Bame Gajagada Mikate Advaita Shreni Bhakta Chakradhara Te Advaita Shreni Bhakta Chakradhara Bashi Ache Gaura Chan Ratna Simhasani Bashi Ache Gaura Chan Ratna Simhasani Arati Kore na Brahma Adi Devagani Arati Kore na Brahma Adi Devagani Nara Hari Adi Kori Chamaradulaya Nara Hari Adi Kori Chamaradulaya Hari Adi Kori Chamaradulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Goshadigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Goshadigaya Sangha Bhaje Ghanta Bhaje Bhaje Karachala Madhura Mridanga Bhaje madhur 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 baje shankha baje ganda baje madhur 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 baje madhur 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 baje Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Bahu koti chandra jine vadana ujwala Gala dese vanamala kore jalamala Shiva Sukha Narada Premi Gadagada Bhakti Vinoda Dekhe Godara Sampada Bhakti Shiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha Dhanavitadavani Jagamanalobha Gaurange Aroti Kushobha Jagajanamana-lobha Gaurange Aroti Kushobha Jagajanamana-lobha 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Chaitanya Nityananda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Vishnupad Paramahansa Pajakacharya Stota Sachimad Bhakti Abhay Charan Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Pajakacharya Stota Sachimad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Prem se kho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sham Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan ki Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Shri Mayapur Dham ki Ayodhya Puri Dham ki Mathura Puri Dham ki Navdeep Dham ki Ganga Mai ki Jamuna Mai ki Bhakti Devi ki Tulsi Devi ki Prihat Mridanga ki Transcendental Book Distribution ki Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Shama Bhakta Veda Vrinda ki ISKCON Vartaman Guru Vrind ki Gau Mata ki Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Gurus and Gaurangas. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
We'll sing. Can you play with that? Can you play?
Namaste Narasingaya. Oh, Namaste Narasingaya. Dala dala nadayine. Hiranya kashi purvakshaha. Shilandangana kalaye. Hitana singha paratana singha. Hitana singha paratana singha. Nito yato yamita to na singha. Oh yato yamita to na. Bahi na singha hridaya na singha. Oh bahi na singha hridaya na singha. Narasingha madhim sharanam prapade. O tavu kar kamala bare nakham adbhuta singha. Dalitan hiranya kashipu tanu bhinga. Keshavadhrita narahari rupa jaya jagadisha hare. Jaya jagadisha hare. Jaya jagadisha hare. Tava kara kamala bare nama singha. Lalita hiranya kashipu tanu bhinga. Keshavadhita narahari rupa jaya jagadisha hare. Jaya jagadisha hare. Jaya jagadisha hare. Keshavadhita narahari rupa jaya jagadisha hare. Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Nrsimhadev, Nrsimhadev,
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Nishine Bhagwan ki, Bhakta Prahlad ki, Jai Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. So ladies and gentlemen, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's bhajan kirtan is in loving memory of Dipen Liladhar Vadakul, who recently passed away and left us. So this kirtan from 7:30 to 9 o'clock, which is the next arti is at 9 o'clock, will be dedicated to Dipen. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yaina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pastarya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschastari Satarine Vancha Kalpa Trubascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So dear devotees, dear Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, on behalf of all the devotees who are here at the temple, who reside here at the temple, on behalf of all of them, our most sincere condolences, heartfelt condolences to the Vadakul family. Dipen grew up here at the temple, and sadly we lost him. It was sudden. And so our heartfelt condolences to, in particular, Dipen Prabhu's father, Leela Purushottam Prabhu, is right here. And our most sincere condolences to you. And we are very, very confident that he is going back to Radha Gokulananda. And our prayer is that may their supreme lordships, Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, Shri Shri Gaurnitai Bhagwan, bestow their blessings, their protection, their mercy onto Dipen Prabhu today and all the eternal days to come. For Dipen is indeed eternal, for he is the Paramatma, he is the Atma. He is eternal, as you are as well. And our condolences to our Janava Mataji. Janava Mataji has been our devotee here at the temple for many, many moons, coming up to almost 40 years. And so we are very much indebted to the Vadakul family. Savitri Priya Mataji was the mother of Dipen. And Savitri Priya Mataji, we know for sure, is an absolute pure devotee of Radha Gokulananda. Some of you would be present when Mataji left us in the Wembley house. And the entire atmosphere was like Vrindavan. It was like Vrindavan. I remember it very well because we conducted the rites, the funeral rites. So the family very close to us, and this is their home. This is Prabhuji's home, the temple. Janava Mataji, this is your home, and it is certainly Dipen's home. And so we pray to Srila Prabhupada, our Jagat Guru, that may he guide Dipen Prabhu, and his journey is very swift and will go back to Godhead. And one of the principal guides that the family have, the family have many guides and teachers. The spiritual master is His Holiness Bhakti Charoswami. And here at the temple we have His Grace Pranabandhu Prabhu. And I'd like to request Pranabandhu Prabhu to please say a few words before we begin the Kirtan in memory of Dipen. Thank you. His Grace Pranabandhu Prabhu ki.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna. So again, on behalf of all the devotees and ourselves, our heartfelt condolences to Leela Purushottam Das and the family. It's a great, tragic loss. But at such times, the question we should be asking also is not why these things